So here's what's up. I've been super busy with some work outside the show and been a little sick. I'm like fighting it. I'm not like fully sick, but taking care of myself best I can. I had some nice butternut squash soup for a few days that's been in the freezer from our episode, which is why you always freeze your soups. You're gonna need them at least once in the year, so it's nice to have that. But I was doing work on the barbecue yesterday and I had these leftover ribs and I'm sitting here trying to like make my life a little bit easy. I'm looking at the ribs. All I can think of is a McRib. I don't know why. Not big a McDonald's guy. I'll go out, I'll get some rolls, get some pickles, get some onions. I have my favorite barbecue sauce on hand. This Lily's Q. I believe it's a barbecue restaurant in Chicago, but they bottle their sauce. This is the West Northern Carolina tomato sauce. So it's a tomato-y sauce, but it's also really vinegary. I love my barbecue sauce, but this is seriously like one of the most delicious sauces I've ever tried. So I kind of keep it on hand just in case I need something quick. And so I'm gonna use this today. We also have some pickles. We're just gonna slice some pickles, fresh, some good quality pickles, basic stuff. And then we've got rolls. What they looked like, they had some sort of soft roll with some kind of semolina cornmeal on top. I'm gonna do my best. I found these like Portuguese rolls that look very similar. So I'm gonna use these and try and match the shape best I can. And then we have our leftover ribs. So I already kind of heated it up because I had this idea kind of at a whim, but this was wrapped in plastic wrap when I was done cooking it, and then aluminum foil, put it in the fridge, put it back in the oven at like 300 degrees and just let it slowly heat up while I was doing work. I took a bite and then I was like, I'm gonna do a McRib. So it's cooled down a little bit. I'm gonna put it back in the aluminum foil and I'm just gonna heat it up in like a 350 degree oven and get it nice and hot. So I'm gonna get this heating up. They use raw onion. I hate putting raw onion on things. But I do remember when I ate a McDonald's cheeseburger, the really finely chopped raw onions did add something. So instead of these raw slices that they put on the McRib, I'm going to do them really small dice. Now we want to cut it just like any onion, but we want to cut more slices horizontally and more slices vertically to get really fine dice. A half onion should be enough. Now if you think that way is too hard to finely dice it, you could cut the root end off. You can cut this in half. Oh God. And then just like kind of peel a little bit of the layers off into kind of groups. You can just flatten and then cut in really fine dices. So that's another way. So you can actually get them smaller than these guys. But these guys are potent. I just gotta get them off of the cutting board. Can't stop crying. Now we got some pickles. So I think I'm just gonna cut it into little coins. I'm gonna slice the bread in half. I'm just gonna go over and toast these in some butter and get a nice crust on the bun. So now what I want to do is measure. Will it fit the entire thing? I think I need to cut one off. Look at that rib. It's a day old and it's still juicy. Now what we want to do is remove the bone. These are little tendons though at the end. It's really hot. Get these bones out of here. Now I want to paint the underside with barbecue sauce. Pretty liberal. Now on the other side, same thing. And there you have it, the boneless rib. It's a real McRib, no bones. Now we can assemble the sandwich. I've never had the McRib before, but I do know McDonald's flavors. I used to eat it. I lived off it in college. It must be the raw onion and pickle combination, but just added onto this sandwich. And I mean, ribs are delicious. I showed you how to make ribs earlier this summer. I'll leave a link down below and you can kind of base the rib recipe off of that. You just want to make sure they're tender enough where those bones can just pull right out. Barbecue sauce, you know, any barbecue sauce you're gonna use or make is probably gonna be better than McDonald's in my opinion. This just tastes glorious. I mean, the onion, even though I'm not a big raw onion person, diced up, it really works. It's palatable. The pickle is delicious. I mean, I can't. It's messy like I would imagine. And that barbecue sauce has got a lot of vinegar and tang. The onion is fresh. The pickle has some tang. So it really makes what could be a really rich, heavy sandwich a little brighter and lighter. You know, I made my cheesy gordita crunch video and now I made a McRib video. I do enjoy remaking the fast food things I loved as a kid, but as an adult with real ingredients, but trying to make it true to the recipe. I plan on doing that with like a McDonald's breakfast burrito. I didn't really plan on doing the McRib for a while, but it just worked. And I'm really happy I did it because it's actually a pretty viable recipe. Leftover ribs. Sometimes you make extra ribs. What are you gonna do with it? I was gonna pull it, but I figured why not just go the extra mile? It's not too much more work. A little pickle, a little onion, and you got yourself a McRib that is literally embarrasses McDonald's. Don't do it. Make it yourself. Come on. Oh God, that was good. Not McDonald's version, my version. My version is better than McDonald's version. No one on earth will ever prove me wrong. And yes, I will use a jarred barbecue sauce if it's good enough. And I'm picky, so that should tell you how good this jar barbecue sauce is. Not sponsored or anything, I'm just sharing with you guys what I do. And of course, if you like a jarred barbecue sauce, use it. Do what you gotta do. That's all I have today. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself and go feed yourself.